all of us know tourism. Once we will talk about the e-tourism, all of us are aware about that the tourism which is done electronically. So here we are going to talk about the tourism which happens or which works electronically. So let's see how this electronic tourism works. So electronic tourism is all about the digitalization of the processes. As we have seen, everything in this world has been digitalized nowadays. So e-tourism is also has been digitalized. All the processes which are related with the tourism happens digitally, and the value chain in the tourism like travel, hospitality and catering industries that enable organization to maximize their efficiency and effectiveness. Because of this digitalization, everything happens so quickly that organizations feels that their efficiency and their effectiveness has maximized. So this e-commerce and e-tourism has revolutionized all the business processes, right? And complete value chain has been changed because of the strategic relationship of tourism organization with all their stakeholders. Stakeholders and shareholders both are different. I'm sure that you must be aware about the stakeholders and the shareholders. So shareholders are the people who have bought certain set of shares of the organization, whereas when we talk about the stakeholders, they are the people who have certain set of interest in the organization. It may be their customers, it may be their suppliers, it may be their creditors, debtors, everybody, right? Who have certain set of interest in the organization. So this e-tourism has changed everything for everybody, right? It has created the strategic relationship of the tourist organization with their stakeholders. Again, it takes the advantage of intranets for reorganizing internal processes and extranets for developing the transaction with the trusted partners. And here, the internet for interacting with all the stakeholders. So here, what happens? Intranet means their own set of internet which helps them to identify what are their internal processes. And when we talk about the extranet, it also talks about the transactions with their trusted partners, maybe the third party or maybe the customers. So here they have the internet, right, facility with the help of which they can have the interaction with all their stakeholders or the people who have certain set of interest in this. So e-tourism increasingly determine the competitiveness of the organization. So here the e-tourism will help to identify the organization that how much they are able and capable to compete with their competitors, and therefore it is very important for the competitiveness of the industry in the long run. Because as nowadays, the gone are the days that we used to go to a shop, we used to buy things. The same thing is happening for e-tourism also. Now we are planning our tour by sitting at our home only. We are not going to anybody's place and we are not thinking of that where to go, how to go, what to do. It is available easily on the internet. So if the e-tourism sector also wants to be competitive, it is really very important for them to be present online. Now, e-tourism, employment and job market. So when we talk about e-tourism, right, all of us know that e-tourism has revolutionized all the business processes, the entire value chain, right? Because it is also creating the strategic relationship of tourism organization with all their stakeholders, right? So here, when we talk about the e-tourism, e-tourism can be understood well like as the application of information and communication technology on various sectors of tourism industry. Like if I give before I go ahead with this topic, I just want to tell you one definition of this e-tourism, which is been given by Buhalias. So what they say, what he says that e-tourism is the digitalization of all the processes, right? Whatever processes are happening in the organization, he says that e-tourism has digitalized, and the value chain also in the tourism has been digitalized. And this enables the organization to have maximum efficiency and effectiveness. So this definition makes it clear that electronic tourism is the digitalization of all the practices and value chain in the tourism, travel, hospitality, and catering industry. E-tourism cannot be understood as an independent process or system, as it comprises of numerous participants and players. Those utilize the electronic mode through information technology and communication systems so that they can reach directly to consumers, or sometimes they can reach indirectly to consumers also. So here the e-tourism take different forms that can be accessed by the customers through different channels and distribution system. So here the employment opportunities in the tourism can be created mainly in two ways, right? Like as you can see on the screen, just a minute, yeah. As you can see on the screen that e-tourism can generate the opportunities, employment opportunities, and maybe direct employment opportunities and indirect employment opportunities for the people. So direct employment opportunities. So direct employment opportunities means, see, even though it is e-tourism, we need to uh, employ people so that they can assist us in a certain kind of work which we require to do for our business. So direct employment opportunities are the total number of job opportunities which are supported directly by the travel and tourism. Like example, if we see employment provided by hotels, right? It is direct. Then restaurants, the travel agencies, the tourism information offices, the museums, protected areas such as national parks, places, religious sites, aircrafts, certain monuments, resorts or shopping outlet, photography, farmhouses. So there are large number of specialist personnel who are required to work as accountant, as housekeepers, as waiters, cooks, and entertainers, who in turn need large number of semi-skilled workers such as the um, kitchen staff, the gardeners, etc. So this way we are providing the employment directly to people who are involved in this e-tourism sector. Whereas when we talk about indirect employment opportunities, so in addition to this, it should be emphasized that tourism is also responsible for creating the employment opportunities outside the industry in its more narrowly defined sense. And in this respect, like, can you think about it, like how it provides the indirect employment opportunities? Do you have any idea, any thought on this, like how it provides the indirect employment opportunities? Any one of you, would you like to say anything on this?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Development of spice market in Munnar and other nearby areas. Then tea gardens.
Okay.
Uh, like this, other activities are also there, like sport activities. They are indirect. Nowadays, I come to know that the farm visits, well-developed farm visits are also there, developed due to tourism.
Correct. So see, it not only creates the direct employment opportunities, but it will also create the indirect employment opportunities. So here, in this respect, we can say those who supply goods and services to those directly involved in tourism equally are beneficiaries from this sector. Indirect opportunities here includes the activities like restaurant suppliers, the construction companies that build and maintain the tourist facilities and necessary infrastructure. Aircraft manufacturers, various handicraft producers, marketing agencies are also involved. Accounting services are also there. The furnishing and equipment industries, farming and food supply, which are more or less dependent on the companies which provides the direct employment. So here also, these are the companies, they get the benefit indirectly from this sector. So the economic importance of the tourism in India can by no means be underestimated, right? It benefits the people living in and around the tourist cater financially, and it can benefit the people who are living in and around these areas. So, like, fortunately for India, the Ministry of Tourism of central government and the Department of Tourism of the different state governments are jointly trying to make it possible to um, possible to attract the tourist to this country. The government of India understands the importance of the promoting tourism, the tourist hotels, the rest houses, the lodges. They are made and maintained by various state governments to look to the comfort of the tourist, because the money spent by the foreign tourists at hotels and other places will definitely help the local economy, right? Because if hotel revenue will get increased, definitely they will pay more taxes to government, and the government will utilize this money for the benefit of the economy. So the National Tourism Board and the Tourism Finance Corporation of India have been working in full swing to bring about the improvement of tourist center in India. So tourism has now been accepted as an industry like all other industries that earn foreign exchange from the tour loving people of the world, and the tremendous employment opportunities are available because of it. So the travel and tourism industry, along with the related sectors, they are contributing to it. And again, it is expected to grow in leaps and bounds in coming years. The travel and tourism industry, along with the related sectors, will contribute to it, and definitely the jobs, more jobs will be created in this sector or in this industry, and it can be highly exciting and adventurous, and even this will pay more to people, right? Now, let's see certain statistics like according to the report of World Travel and Tourism Council, travel and tourism generated uh, 26 crore 1,48,000 jobs directly in 2017. Like, it is the 5% of total employment and is forecast to grow like by 28 crores and 83 lakhs somewhere. Like, it will increase the employment in future. So this includes the employment by hotels, by travel agents, by airlines, and other passengers transportation services, including the commuter services. So by 2028, the travel and tourism will account for 33 crores 1,95,000 jobs directly, an increasing of 2.1% per annum over the years or over the next 10 years. Then the travel and tourism's total contribution to employment is also very high, like as per the report which was generated again by the Travel and Tourism Council. What it says that the total contribution of travel and tourism to employment was 41 crores 622 1,500 jobs in 2017, and it is again forecasted to rise by 2028, and this forecast support that 52 crores, 2,79,000 jobs will be there. That is 8.4% of total employment, and it will increase the 2% per annum over the period. So that is happening like in or you can say the e-tourism, right? Because airlines also, like, they are focusing on this everywhere. If you will see, the focus is more on the increasing the tourism in the country. So like here we will take few things into consideration, like e-airlines. So e-airlines also focuses on the various aspects, like they are focusing on the improving the accessibility, the customer relationship, and their business associates. Electronic booking is also possible nowadays, like by sitting at our home, we can book the tickets. Online ticketing is possible. It E-auction for last minutes are also last minute available seats are also available. Then this will increase the productivity of new channel in electronic distribution. And here, see what is happening, like players, like some players, they are working very high on customizing the services, like this e this airlines also, they are offering the customized services to their customers, and based on the customers, they work out on certain set of fares. So the electronic mode allows the customers to choose the options on the unbundled packages in terms of the travel insurance, additional luggage, food, choice of seat, etc. So definitely they are also working on this. There are certain e-tour operators, they are available in the market nowadays. So this leisure travelers, they often purchase packages consisting of charter flights, accommodations, which are arranged by the tour operators. So tour operators, they tend to pre-book these products and distribute them through brochures displayed in the travel agencies. Like recent time in India, the tour operators, they have realized the benefits of utilizing the communication technology in organizing and promoting and distributing the coordinating and in coordinating the packages. So gradually all the major four operators that are available in India, they have, I will tell you the list of the operators also. So they have developed and acquired the database, and they have also established the electronic links with travel agencies, because here their aim is to reduce their information handling costs, increase the speed of the information transfer and retrieval. So this improved their productivity. This has also increased their capacity management, and this will also enhance their services to agencies and to consumers. So tour operators will also utilize the customers relationship management for their market intelligence, and so that they can adjust to the demand functioning, as well as they can monitor the booking progress and productivity of their travel agencies. Like we have so many example, you must have heard about most of the online travel agencies, like Make My Trip, Yatra, Clear My Trip. So they also provide different facilities. Like if you go and if you check on makemytrip.com, they will help you to find out their air booking, hotel booking, car booking, bus, rail, everything is available on these websites nowadays. Like Yatra also provide this. Clear Trip, they provide about the air, hotel, car, then Travel Guru is there. So many websites are there, right? You can go and you can check. Cox and King is also available. It is also a very good travel agency. So in this way, e-tourism is progressing in India and outside the world, outside the India also. Now let's move ahead with the online real estate. So when we talk about real estate nowadays, if we see that real estate is also moving and it is also available online. So an electronic version of real estate industry, that is internet real estate, is the concept of publishing housing estate for sale or rent online, and for consumers who are seeking to buy or rent the properties through such platform. So an electronic version of real estate is also available nowadays. We have seen so many websites are available. They are offering the flats, the houses, the land online. So just they publish it online. We check whether we want to buy it, whether we want to sell it, whether we want to rent it. And here the consumers, they can find it out easily if they want to buy or rent the properties through such platforms. Often real estate properties are listed and managed by the landlord themselves. See, most of the times, actually, if you see in India, most of the times, instead of the landlords, it is being posted by the agents. But yes, this facility is also available to landlords. If they wish, they can list their properties online and they can use the internet to list their real estate properties. However, there are few exceptions, like when we have online real estate, agents would definitely exist. Still, they are dealing via the World Wide Web and often stating a flat fee and not a commission based on the percentage of total sales, right? Like if you go and if you check in the real estate, I'm sure all of you must be aware about it. They will tell you that this will be my fixed percentage that I'm going to charge you if deal happens. So the in real estate also, we have the online agents that are available, right? So that is possible here with the help of the online real estate. Now everything is available online, so why not the real estate? So according to realtors, 90% of home buyers, they researched online during the process of seeking a property, and the percentage of consumers, they are searching for information which is relating to the real estate on Google. So this has also increased by 253% over the last 4 years. Now we are so much used to online that everything we try to search on Google, and we feel that everything is available on Google. Why to go anywhere else if everything is available at single place? So that is the reason that the search for real estate on Google has also increased by 253% over the last 4 years. And with an increase of 5.5% from just 0% of people using the internet to carry out house sales within the last decade, the figures that show that there will be huge increase to the percentage by 2028. So here the figures will hit maybe by 90%. So that this method is now being popularized by the buyers and the sellers also. So like I'm sure all of you must be aware about the process of dealing with the internet real estate. So here, what is the process? The process of the concept of internet real estate usually begins with owners listing their homes, right? What owners will do, they will list their homes with its quoted price online on online platforms such as the so many sites are available like Magic Break, No Brokers. On they can quote their price. The owners can list their homes. They can quote the price. So the greater the number of platform owners list their properties, the greater the diffusion of information. So as a buyer who is seeking a piece of property, they will search, they will use search engines, and they will find it out about the property that you have listed. So 69% of home shoppers who take action on real estate brand website begin their search with a local term, right? Like suppose if I'm searching a place in Pune, the Pune home for sale on a search engine. So once a potential buyer contact the seller, they would go through the details of the property, like what is the size, what kind of amenities are available, what is the conditions, what are the pricing if not stated. So after which an appointment for viewing of the property would usually be scheduled, and in some cases the potential buyers may request for refurnishing of certain amenities or the part of property. If terms and conditions are met between both the parties, the buyers would usually negotiate for the best offer if interested, and a deposit in case of the both like if they are agreeing on a term, then a deposit may be requested by the owner, and finally both the parties will agree on a date of full payment. They will sign on the official payment, and handover of the keys of the property happens here. Now when we talk about the online uh, real estate, it also brings some advantages for us. So do you feel that, would you like to talk about what can be the advantages according to you this real estate, online real estate will bring for us? Any idea?
It saves our time.
Very good. Yes. Most important. It saves a lot of time. Then,
Physical movement is not much required.
correct. By sitting at home, we can see the property also. Yes. What else?
Comparison can be done easily because
Yes.
we have multiple platforms available where we can compare the real estate part.
Correct. So comparison is also possible, which is not possible in physical visiting, right? Because we have limit how many houses we will see when we move from one place to another, which is very much easy with the help of the online real estate, because at a single place, all the properties will be visible. What else?
Customized requirements can be checked easily.
Correct. Yes.
Online transaction can be done easily.
Online transactions. Can you please elaborate it more?
If we like the property, then we will do online transaction.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yes, that is all.
When brokerage amount can be justified or can be minimized on
Yes.
this platform.
Sometimes we are not required to pay brokerage also if it is online, right? What we do, we can directly contact the owner, and if we are a tenant, if we are contacting owner directly, and if terms and conditions are agreeing on it, we are not required to pay any kind of brokerage also, right? Anything else would you like to say, or I show you my slide? I have listed few. See, so here are certain advantages. First is convenience. All of us know that due to distance decay, personal commitments, and the time constraint, many turn to the web to carry out their daily activities, online shopping, online booking, and for communication between parties. Using the web, it is very much possible. So if you are using the web to put out your properties for sale and purchase, there is no exception to it, right? The age of technology has also helped in reducing time and money within the internet real estate. So users may list their property or search for them at their fingertips. They can also reach out to a greater number of people significantly than the traditional method. So in contrast to that, the traditional method of contacting and meeting up with the real estate agent cost more money, like agent and transportation fees and time, which will be saved with the help of the online real estate. Second advantage could be the direct communication and transaction. So see, when we talk about direct communication and transaction, this is one of the prime difference between the traditional real estate and the internet real estate, because it is often the middle, you will see that middleman absence is there, which is known as the broker or a real estate agent. At times, real estate agents may be present, still dealing with the customers directly from the web. So real estate agents often profit by absorbing a certain percentage of final sale or the rent price as the commission. So there are always cases where the commission percentage hits a figure of you must have seen, like nowadays real estate agents, they are charging the whole month's rent as the commission if they are helping you in finding a rented house. So internet real estate has reduced the cost of an agent and conserve the time spending relaying amongst three or more parties. And the next here is human interaction. So when we talk about human interaction, the use of internet has in turn reduced the human interaction also. So it reduced the time between the human interaction and which buyers do not crave at times, right? Just because sometimes we feel that I want to look at the property, when they check it online, when they see the pictures, they feel like, no, it is not my type, then they can move to some other place. So this reduces the time between human interaction. Again, when we talk about human interaction, it may happen that we need to wait for a longer period of time because both the parties may not agree for a same time. They will feel like the time is not matching and sometimes the process will get delayed. So all these problems are sorted out with the help of online real estates, right? Now the next topic here is disadvantages. So see, again, when we talk about online real estates, it is not without its disadvantages. It will also bring certain set of disadvantages for people. Like first here, as you can see, just like any other operations, risks do exist when we are dealing with internet real estate. There have been cases where personal details and financial information were copied when cyber criminals posed as sellers who listed their properties. Like again, when we talk about the online real estate, we don't know and we never know that whether the person who has listed the property is the right one or not. Because even I have seen this kind of crimes happening, like people, they pose it as the owner of the property. Some people, they are so innocent that they make the payment online and later on they realize that he or excuse me, he or she was not the person to whom I was supposed to pay. So this kind of cyber crimes definitely happens because of this online real estate. And unfortunately, they published the fake information about themselves and their properties and collected deposits and rent for a property of which they had no ownership. Right. Sometimes it also happens that people publish the fake information and the innocent people, they get into trap. They pay for the property. They sometimes they collect the deposit also. Like some incidences happened like this, like people used to write on the social media that I have given the deposit for this particular house, but this is not working well. The lady has given the same house to some more people on the rent. I have read this kind of post. So this happens, right? So this is one of the disadvantage. Furthermore, using the web to deal with real estate increases the chances of data being encrypted or retrieved. It may happen that people can retrieve your data if the transaction happens online. So these are few disadvantages. Now let's move on to the next topic, that is online publishing. So I'm sure all of you must be aware about it, online publishing, which is also called as electronic or digital publishing, right? So here, what we are doing, we are not using the traditional method of publishing where we were using the papers to print the journals, magazines, books, newspaper. But nowadays, what we are doing it electronically. So online publishing, that is the reason it is called as electronic or digital publishing. Here, what we do, we distribute a variety of content online, such as the journals, magazines, newspaper, and ebooks. So through this kind of process, any company, see what they can do. They can publish, they can also digitalize their documents and information that people can view online. people can download this. Sometimes it is very easy for a company or for an individual who has published this content online. They can manipulate it, and even they can print it out, or otherwise they can change it also if they choose so. So there are certain devices on this online publishing is available, like your computers, e-readers, your tablets, your smartphones. So by using this different device, we can read the content which has been published electronically or online. Now, the question comes that why we need to choose online publishing over the traditional publishing. So see, again, when we talk about this, the content developers, the readers, and the viewers alike are moving away from traditional publishing methods, and they are relying more on digital publishing because of the print media's limitation. Like a lot of limitations are there when we talk about print media. We need to bear a lot of cost. It is time taking. Sometimes if error happens, it really becomes very difficult to rectify those errors. So for businesses, this may be a longer publishing process also, or for readers, decreased ease of access to content or information, because sometimes this on the traditional publishing, it is very costly. Like some time back, I was going through a book of direct taxation, and this book was of around 10,000 rupees. So do you really feel that this every reader, is it possible for every reader to have access to that kind of books which are very costly? But if it is available online, then definitely the cost will get reduced, because we are not using paper. The content is being published online. We are reducing the cost of the printing, paper, transportation. Every cost will get reduced here with the help of the online publishing. And like we were talking about the readers. So for readers, this will sometimes what happens, this decrease the ease of content to get or information, like compared to old school publishing methods. Digital publishing has lot of benefits. One such benefit is like attracting a large audience. So digital publishing, when we talk about it, it can help your business attract a broader audience. It's a preferred resource for content distributors, because it will definitely allow you to make your content visible to a lot of users. Like if we talk about certain statistics, as of 2021, there were 4.66 billion active internet users worldwide. Now see, we are in, like tomorrow we will go in 2023. So definitely this number would have increased. So that's a lot of eye on your content. Like people rely on digital publication for their convenience. So if you create content that is like mobile friendly and that has the high quality, definitely an individual is likely to increase the subscriber and followers over a period of time. Now you're like fixing mistakes easily. So mistakes, like all of us know that mistakes happens. Even to the best writers and editors, mistakes really happens. So here, having the ability to fix a mistake quickly, such as misspelled names or the wrong numbers in a statistics, this minimizes the error's impact on the brand of an organization. So here, digital publishing definitely allow an individual to access the content and publishing document anytime, anywhere, and change those errors, something we could not do with the help of the print publication. And the third reason why we need to use the online publishing over the traditional publishing is engaging your target audience. So digital publishing gives an organization the opportunity not just to connect with a large audience, but to target message specifically for their niche and segmented demographics. So here you can use call to action relevant advertisements and pop-ups throughout your content to reach certain number of users or certain number of your audience in a personalized way. You can also create the content based on specific keywords that appeal to your target audience and provide them with the most value in your industry or the niche. Now, see, these are few reasons we have for few more reasons or advantages you can say of choosing the online publishing. So these are the advantages. We will discuss these advantages one by one in detail. So first advantage is cost effective publishing. So when we talk about the digital publishing platform, this is the very important, you can say, advantage, because every organization, every individuals runs behind the cost. They want to minimize the cost as much as possible. So like, isn't this one of the most important factor that an individual should consider while buying any product or services, right? So if we compare the cost of publishing a physical book and an ebook, you will definitely find a vast difference between the two. This is because digital publishing eliminates a lot of processes that are involved in traditional publishing. Like, for example, if I say for digital publishing, what do you need? You need a computer, you need a software to create and publish your ebook, and a good internet connection. Whereas when we talk about traditional publishing, there is always a traveling cost, printing cost, distribution cost, cover page illustration charges are there. All this will be added to the cost of the book. So when a user purchases a printed book, they are paying for the cost of transportation, they are paying for the cost of printing, they are paying for the cost of publishing, distribution, content creation, and other expenses, if any. So, and when an user, if he is buying an ebook, they are only paying for the author's hard work. Because see, if author is writing something, they are also required to make some profit because they are writing with that particular aim only, right? That some authors write with the purpose that I need to make some profit out of it, although it is reasonable enough. That's why it is very important that we find that ebooks much cheaper than the printed books. So this is the one of the advantage. Second advantage here is it eases the process of book creation, right? So like typing out manuscript and giving it out for printing is just waste of paper and money, right? If we have already typed it, why to send it for printing and wasting a lot of paper and money? So doing away with this like old processes and creating an ebook on a publishing software, this will definitely enable you to create content directly on digital publishing platform. You can even design, you can even download the cover page illustrations. A digital publishing platform will allow you to add HTML interactives also. Drag and drop option also is available here with ease. It allows you to design the layout and select themes of your books, giving you creative freedom also. Otherwise, if you go for the traditional publishing, the publisher will decide everything, right? Then the third point here is it provides an interactive reading experience to user. So digital publishing platform offers an interactive reading experience. Users can not only turn pages in an ebook, but can also zoom and can change the font size as per their comfort. You can add multiple interactive elements to your publications to make it more appealing to your audience. You can also include images, you can also include videos in your ebook. Users can also access the dictionary to look up certain words. Like you must have seen on Kindle, this option is available. If you don't understand the meaning of a particular word, just click on that word, you will find the dictionary and you can have access to the meaning of that particular word. Here, the users can also search for a word or statement using the search feature. You can also read you can also read aloud features where users can listen to the content. So all these things cannot be included in the printed book. And this is what makes an ebook more interactive and engaging for the users. So they get to constantly interact with the content, giving them an enhanced reading experiences also. Then when we talk about the e-publishing, editing is possible even after publishing ebook, as I have already talked about it. Like imagine you have published your book the traditional way, and while you are going it, and later you found out that there is some typo error somewhere in there. What do? Will you republish a printed book? If you will republish it, then it is a very costly affair. And like suppose if it is a case of an ebook, you can quickly make the edits and you can rectify the error. So ebooks can create or are mostly created on the cloud-based digital publishing platform. So if one ever wants to update any kind of information or make some other edits, they can do it easily. We cannot say the same for printing or the book which has been printed and published. So digital publishing definitely helps you keep your books error-free and update. You can make updates all the times also. The next is analyze ebook distribution and user behavior. So digital publishing definitely lets you attract your distribution patterns also, because you can find many users, they have downloaded your ebook. So this is an effective way to track the numbers, and it will also let you review that it can also help you to view the numbers of people who have downloaded your book. It can also help you to view the reviews of your book, or review the e-performance of your book, right? Or performance of your ebook, you can say. In traditional publishing model, the author publishers has to wait for weeks or month to get useful information about the sales performance of their books. But here, just with the help of the analytics, it is very like immediately we can find it out, like how our book is doing. We can track, we can also receive the accurate data about the ebook distribution and consumption. This definitely help people to plan their ebook sales strategies and revise them if needed. So with up-to-date data of ebook distribution and user consumption, publishers can also track their earnings. Again, ebooks have a wider reach. So as we talk about, as we've already spoken about it, that the main aim of digital publishing is to reach a number of audience. With majority of people, when they are using a mobile device with internet, they have instant access to a variety of content online. So online contents like knows no boundaries and does not charge for shipping and packaging. Anyone can download your ebook. Like if you go and if you check Amazon, certain ebooks are available for free also. So thus a digital publishing platforms let you securely distribute your publication to whole world. People don't really keep a track of all printed ebooks that are published unless they are written by some really famous author. So like in order to reach out to your digital audience who search for the books online, or who search for the books in the online libraries also, you need to opt for digital publishing, right? This is even, or this is a way like with the help of which you can, it can be available to every user, right? Even if the users change their location, they can still be notified about your latest ebook through internet notification and alerts. Unlike authors can also these days publish their books in print as well as in digital format to cater to every type of audience. So digital readers and print lovers both. So sorry, I forgot to ask you that before we proceed ahead with the advantages, if you have any doubts still here, you can ask me, or else we will go ahead. I guess somebody has raised the question. Head. Yes, Kunal, do you have any question here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Regarding the copyright and security of the book, even physical books are copied. That is not a safe thing. But ebooks are very easy to be copied.
Correct.
So, do the copyright laws and apply in India for ebooks, and are they
Correct.
strictly implemented?
Yes, it is applicable. Nowadays, see, whenever you are publishing any content, like suppose if I talk about my case, like if I am publishing my research paper in any journal, they have a software to keep a track of plagiarism, like how much plag is there, how much I have copied from internet. And see, like for some places, only 7% of your content can be copied. Some places say, some people say that 9% is okay if you have copied. But yes, there is a system, they check it. Even though, see, these practices are available, I have seen so many people just copy and paste the same content on their name, because sometimes people feel that who is going to get involved in such a long process of copyright, because if I go and if I file a case, it takes a lot of time. So yes, this practice, even though if you have copyright, this practice happens.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other question till now? Because at 11, I will leave from this class. Again, I have to rejoin. So I thought to ask you that before we...
One more question, ma'am.
Yes.
Just like the physical libraries, I mean, there are libraries who buy our physical books. So if
Correct.
I write a book and there are ways of marketing those two libraries in physical ones. Do we have any online libraries available, especially in India for Indian books, wherein I can publicize my book or donate the book to that library where people, the readers or subscribers of that library can read my book?
I feel that yes, it is available because some libraries, they offer this facility of online reading also. Not only about the libraries, but there are certain applications. Like if I talk about Amazon, Amazon also buy this kind of books where you can purchase these online books, right? So these facilities are really available in India also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Should we proceed? Or if you have any other questions, please ask me.
Ma'am, I have one question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like, ma'am, there are many advantages for online publishing, but there will be some age group people like children, aged one, who are not having prescribed to have more screen time. So for those, we need hard copies.
Correct. No, see,
So,
Yogesh, what is happening nowadays? See, as we are into online publishing, what is happening? The companies are coming with that kind of technology that it will not impact the eyes of the kids. Like I have Kindle at my place. And if you check the Kindle, it will not have bad impact on the eyes of the kids also. They can also use it. Right? So when people are going for the online publishing, they are also going for the technology which is available, which will not affect your eyes. So this is happening.
Again, ma'am, to have a Kindle, it needs some investment. So
Correct.
for
That
most
you
of
need
the
to make.
public,
See,
yes.
most of the time, public always make this kind of investment because they have this thing in mind that, see, if I buy the Kindle, right, once, it is a capital investment. But, you know, if I buy the books or physical copy of books, it is a very costly affair. Because if you see the cost of the books, if you buy online, is less than the, in some cases, not in all cases, but it is less as compared to the physical books. And again, it will not be possible for me to store all these books at my home. So hundreds of books will be available at a single place in my Kindle. Whenever I want to use those books, it will get saved over there. So this is again one of the benefit. Even though if I'm spending the cost, either I spend the cost on the device or either I spend the cost on the storage of those particular books. So that is my choice, what I want to choose.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, one more option available in hard copies is like that, All Indian Railway platform. Their
Mhm.
publishers, you can buy a book and you can return the book and get 50% amount of it. So
Okay,
these possibilities are also available. So
correct.
anyway, that will reduce your investment to 50%. After you
Correct.
can submit the book and get the payment also.
See, I was staying in Mumbai, and in Mumbai also there was one book stall. He was offering the same facility. Like he was telling us that if you will get one book from me, I will keep 60% of the cost and I will return back 40%. So if you will come and if you will exchange, you need to pay 60% cost of the other book. So from this book, I will cut your 40%, I will give you back. So yes, people are coming up with this kind of strategies also, because people nowadays are shifted to online books instead of the physical ones. So they also want to attract people so that their business keeps on running. Yes, that is available.
There is one national library also, ma'am, where these IIT, IIM and CBSE curriculum books are also available apart from other books also. So there is a national
Okay.
library is also available for ebooks.
Okay. See, now it's 11, so I just leave this session. I will rejoin and we will continue up with our discussion. Okay.
Okay.
I have to